Welcome back, everybody. We're here to pull cards for April the 7th. We are going to be pulling one card for overall energy, and then we're going to pull one card for each sign and see how we're interacting with that overall energy today for our predictions. So, overall energy. Oh, by the way, check your sun sign, your moon sign, and your rising. Overall energy, Nine of Swords. Yummy. Yummy. Nine of Swords talks about stress, talks actually about overwhelming stress. This is not the kind of stress that we're actually designed to handle. And generally, it's also stress about something that is not within our control. It's within somebody else's control, maybe, but not ours. So, whenever this card comes up, generally what I tell a person is you want to look at that situation and you want to imagine, have you done everything that you reasonably can to have this situation turn out in a positive way? And if you have, then you have to let go of it. And if you haven't, then, you want to do whatever you can within reason. Okay. And then once you've done that, you have to kind of let go of this and let the cookie crumble whichever way it's going to crumble. Let's see what we have here for each sign. What's going on with all this stress? And for some of us, this will be our stress. For others of us, this will be stress from somebody that, is in our sphere of influence. You guys know that have been watching me. What do we have? Aries. Judgment card coming up in reverse. This is interesting, Aries. I think that you have somebody or an opportunity to put your energy back into something you used to put it into in the past. And when you were, I don't know if I want to say that. Let's say that I'm going to say that I think you've been really stressing out because you kind of knew this opportunity was coming up and you don't want to take it. I don't see you taking it, but I see it being very stressful to say, no, I'm really not interested in this. I've got other things I'm putting my energy in right now. That seems like it's coming across as the stressful thing for you. So once you've said what you need to say, let it go. It's done. All right. Next up, let's look at Taurus. Taurus, Two of Cups. This is interesting. This is interesting. Taurus, what I'm really feeling here is that there's somebody who is in your sphere of influence who is going through some kind of stressful something. And it looks to me like you're there to really help support and uplift and bolster them today. Taurus, for some of you, this person is actually gone through or going through some type of surgical procedure, whether it's inpatient or outpatient. But that's not going to be true for everybody. That's just going to be true for like maybe 3% of the people who watch this video. Okay. Excuse me, my throat's getting dry already. All right, let's look at Gemini. Ace of Pentacles showing up in reverse. Geminis, you guys, are you stressing out about giving somebody a gift or a second chance or an opportunity? I'm going to say this feels a lot more like a second chance or an opportunity than anything else. And I think you want to give somebody a gift or a second chance or excuse me, an opportunity or a second chance. But you're really stressed out with, are they going to handle it well? Are they going to be responsible with it? Am I going to regret this? So many years ago, I was a part of a Methodist church that was going on a mission trip. And one of the things that they told us before the mission trip actually happened, as we were gathering these things that we were going to take with us to help improve the community that we were going to be visiting and doing mission work at, like rebuilding the school and stuff like that. They said that, we can have in our minds what we expect somebody to do with a gift or an opportunity, but it may not seem like the most appropriate thing to them in their minds. And so it's really important that as we would take these gifts over to this other uh, continent, that we would understand that once we give that gift to them, it's theirs. It's theirs. And so, if we give them markers for school use, and they want to put tribal markings on their own skin, it's not for us to say, stop that, don't do that. It's for us to think, okay, well, that's their version of good use of this. And so I think that this is really applicable in this idea of giving somebody a gift or a second chance or a opportunity. Once you give it to them, you kind of have to step back and see what they're going to do with this. Let them run with it and see what comes out of it. Because if you're not right there in their space, getting involved with what they do with this, that gives them the room to do something really wonderful with it. And you might be surprised. But you gotta quit being stressed about it. You gotta like learn to be able to kind of relax with the flow of this if you can. If you can. A lot easier for me to say than for you to do, I'm sure. Okay, there's Geminis. Next, we're going to look at Cancers. Okay, so Cancer, you guys have the Death card coming up here. Boop ba doo doo. You could be dealing with a Scorpio. You could be feeling the effects of Pluto changing signs. Either one. But the Death card does talk about changes and major changes, really. And so, Cancers, with this coming up for you, this tells me that you're really stressing out about the idea of some kind of changes that need to be made. Has you really totally stressing. Hmm. Do the best you can and let it go. Try to relax. Know that Spirit has your back. People forget that all the time. Spirit has our back. Everything is working out for our best. All right, let's look at Leo. We may not always see that in the moment, but when we look back, when you look back at all the terrible things that happen in your life, especially if they've happened 5 years ago or more, can you not see where those have worked out for the good for the long run? I can. I've had some pretty terrible things happen, but I can see that. I think most of us can if we're honest. All right, let's look at this. This is who? This is Leo, King of Pentacles, showing up here. Leos, I think you're all stressed out about somebody who has some kind of influence over your financial situation. This can be a landlord, this can be the boss, this can be a contractor, but definitely somebody with some kind of influence of your financial situation. You're really stressing out about what's their next move. Best advice for you is pray for them. Pray for them, whatever it is that they're going through, because it feels to me like for a lot of you, this person is going through something that's making them a little bit less predictable, because normally they're very predictable. Pray for them, pray for their good, and you'll be surprised what comes out of that. People don't always recognize when we pray for them at a conscious level, but their spirit does. Their spirit recognizes it. Next up, let's look at Virgo. Virgo. Eight of Pentacles showing up here, Virgos. All stressed out about work. Virgos. Why are you guys all stressed out about work? Your middle name is service. You're good at it. Hmm. If we were doing a private reading, I would definitely be digging deeper into that. Once again, remember, Spirit has your back. Don't stress out. Be relaxed. We all can think better when we're relaxed. When we're stressed, we can't think straight. Let's look at Libra. Aw, Libras. You guys have really been having it rough lately. Three of Swords coming up here, heartache or heartbreak. Nine of Swords, basically stressing out about some kind of heartache or heartbreak. So the heartache or heartbreak doesn't even have to be happening today. You could be stressing out about the heartache or heartbreak that happened a couple of weeks ago still, or even something before that. But I know we saw this for you not that long ago. So this doesn't have to be a new one, but it shows me that you're really stressing out over a heartache or a heartbreak. Time to start processing, time to start journaling, time to start getting some of those feelings out so you're not carrying them around like you are right now. Libra, Libra. Okay, let's look at Scorpios. Five of Cups. Scorpio, Scorpio. Some kind of dissatisfaction, disappointment. We're stressing out over it. We got to stop with the stress. Let's just acknowledge the disappointment and move forward. What's next? Allow some forgiveness so that we're not carrying the extra burden and move forward. Let's get rid of the stress. We don't want it. I don't want it. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I don't want it. Sure, y'all don't either. Let's look at Sagittarius next. Sagittarius. What do we have? Nine of Cups coming up for you guys in reverse. Some kind of dissatisfaction that's showing up here with the Nine of Cups. It's like Nine of Cups right side up. It can be wish fulfilled. I normally don't see it as that, but I do see it as satisfaction and happiness and some very positive emotional place. When we have the Nine of Cups in reverse, it talks about the idea of knowing that we could do more, be more, expand, and sort of chomping at the bit for that, feeling like we're being a little bit like limited or clamped down from that. And so this is really a great place to manifest from because this is where we start to recognize what we do want because we see right in front of us very plainly what we don't want. So I see us really stressing out about that whole situation about wanting to be more and do more. And, that stress is not, it's not accomplishing much for us. We're wasting our energy. We're feeling depressed over it, where what we really would be much more benefited by if we could get ourselves to do it is think about solutions. Where can I be more? Where can I do more? Can I do this thing on the side? Can I, start looking for those solutions? What's out there that you can do that would make you feel satisfied and happy? Okay. With the stress card coming up, you're looking at all the reasons you can't. You've got to pivot that around so that you can get out from under the stress. Okay. And that was who? That would have been Sagittarius. Next up, we're looking at Capricorn. Seven of Pentacles, Capricorns. We see you stressing out about payday. A lot of people see the Seven of Pentacles as waiting for the harvest to come in, and that's really clearly depicted on this card. I don't see it as that. For me, Seven of Pentacles is payday, and in reverse, it's waiting for the harvest. So I think you're stressing out about a payday. So it may be that you're stressing out, is this pay going to come on time? Is this pay going to be as much as it should be? You've got a lot of stress going on. This isn't saying I don't have a payday. This is saying I'm stressed out about the payday that's coming to me, if it's going to be right, if it's going to get to me in time. All of that good stuff. It's time to just start making a logical plan with your budget. What happens if it doesn't? What can you float for a while? So that it doesn't feel like the sky is falling while you're waiting to see what happens here. All right? We don't want the sky to feel like it's falling on anyone. Next up, we're looking at Aquarius. Nine of Pentacles, Aquarius. Why are you stressing out about this? The Nine of Pentacles is feeling very independent, self-sufficient, happy, abundant. Nine of Pentacles is really, really nice. Why is there so much stress here? Usually the only time somebody stresses about this is if they don't want to be independent, if they don't want to be single. And you may be stressing about the idea of, excuse me, maybe you don't want to be independent or single. Or maybe you do want to be independent or single and you're not quite sure how you're going to pull that off. That could be where all the stress is coming from. Interesting. Make a plan. Make a plan. Follow through. All right. Boop, 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 boop. That was Aquarius. Next, we're looking at Pisces. Aw, Pisces. You got one of your cards there. The moon. Okay, Pisces. Here's the thing. You're stressing out over something that you don't know. I just want to feel into this a little more. Pisces, it feels like you have a situation where you know that 2 and 2 is not making 4 here. Like, there's something missing from this picture. And I think that you're not really able to figure out exactly what is missing from this picture, what is the information that would make it all make sense. And I think that really has you stressed out. Here's the thing, your intuition is what's telling you that this is a problem. Trust that intuition. If you're getting a bad feeling about being involved in a situation or with a person or being at an event or whatever, follow that intuition. Don't be there. The truth will come out sooner or later. We don't have to justify ourselves, especially those of us who are sensitive about energy. We get into this trap of, people always want to know why we're making the decisions that we're making. Well, sometimes we're making them because our intuition is telling us it's a bad idea, it's a good idea. There's not really a physical explanation for that. And we get kind of trapped into this idea of explaining ourselves when really we should just follow the intuition and let the other people figure out sooner or later that our hunches are good. And whenever they figure that out, it's just fine. But we can't explain, so there's no need to explain because really we just can't. And I feel like that's kind of what's going on here is that you've got a hunch, it's telling you one thing, everything logical is telling you something else that's really stressing you out. I think some of you may want to follow your hunch and you just don't know how to say that to somebody else. Some of you may just be stressed because you don't know what to do. Either way, I'm going to say follow your hunch, make your explanations minimal, and do what you need to do. All right, so that's what we've got for today, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by and spending some of your precious, precious time with me today. I do appreciate it. And of course, I'm looking forward to reading for some of you, either online or on the phone later on today. And you guys are my wonderful sponsors on this video. So thank you for putting a thumbs up, sharing this video around, and putting comments down below. All of that helps. So thank you for whatever your part is in that. And I'll see you guys back on the next video. Peace out.